Now, after the completion of the first two phases of India's general elections, voting for the third phase has begun. The polling is taking place across 93 Lok Sabha constituencies. Will of course be bringing you and converting 10 states and 1 union territory. It will take place in Madhya Pradesh's Betel. The elections were supposed to take place during phase 2 but was postponed due to the death of a candidate from Mayawati's Bahujan Samaj Party. Jammu and Kashmir's Anantnag Rajouri Lok Sabha seats were also to vote today. However, due to various connectivity issues, polling has been postponed to the 25th of May. The key phases of the third phase elections include Union Ministers Amit Shah contesting from Gujarat's Gandhinagar, Jyotiraditya Scindia from Guna, Madhya Pradesh, and some of the key opposition leaders are Congress's Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary from Behrampur, West Bengal, NCP Supriya Sule from Maharashtra's Baramati. Lot of ground to cover here. For more on phase 3 polling, WION's reporters, of course, have fanned out across key locations in India, and our correspondent Dharamjot Kaur joins us from Agra, getting us the latest from Agra. Thank you so much for joining us, Dharamjot. Of course, first of all, I want to start by asking you about the key contestants and those in the fray in UP. What can you tell us?
Well, Haim, we are seeing a close contest on 10 out of the 80 constituencies here in Uttar Pradesh, one of them, of course, being in Agra, where I'm currently standing. A couple of other political battlegrounds that a lot of focus will be on today will be constituencies like Badaun and also Mainpuri. Firozabad is another one. Now, these three seats, interestingly, will also see, a very close battle between the ruling BJP and the Samajwadi Party, for whom these three seats in particular used to be strongholds in the past. That, of course, kind of changed when dynamics worked in favor of the BJP in the last two Lok Sabha elections. Now, what will be interesting to see in this particular state and the current phase of election that is going on is whether or not the Samajwadi Party's Yadav family will be able to somehow, inch their way back into making these constituencies a political stronghold for them all over again. So, from Mainpuri, we have the Samajwadi Party chief's wife, Dimple Yadav, who is contesting. We also have a couple of other family members, from cousins to distant relatives from the Yadav family, who are also contesting on 2 other seats. So a very interesting battle overall to see how this works out. There are big names that are in the fray. Even in Agra, where I'm standing right now, we have Union Minister SP Singh Baghel, who is contesting the election from here, which is also a tri-contest between the BJP, the Samajwadi Party that is contesting elections in alliance with the India bloc that is being led by the Congress, and we also have the Bahujan Samajwadi Party in the fray. So very close battle in between all three parties, especially on the seats that we've just discussed. How it pans out, of course, that is something that will be very interesting to watch when the election comes to an end. Haim.
Of course, Dharamjot, you'll be getting us all the updates on that through the course of the day. Now, I also wanted to understand, just for better understanding here, could you paint us a picture of the battleground in MP as well? What are we looking at there?
Well, a total of 29 seats in MP, of course, and as we're seeing, there are about 8 seats that are up on the ballot today. As you mentioned before, we have Union Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia, who is contesting from Guna. This will be the second time that he is contesting from that particular constituency, but what will be interesting to see is if the election really pans out in his favor this time. As we know, in 2019, he was with the Congress party and he lost that election. So after he switched his allegiance, now it needs to be seen if, the Bharatiya Janata Party's magic works in terms of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's wave, and his sort of influence in the overall election campaign. So will that work out for Jyotiraditya Scindia? That is something that we will have to watch. Other seats of Madhya Pradesh are also seeing a very interesting mix of, Congress's old guard coming back. We have Digvijay Singh, who is contesting Lok Sabha elections, after a hiatus of 30 years. So again, a litmus test for him to see if the old guard of the Congress still has some sort of influence and popularity in terms of, the battleground in Madhya Pradesh. Because it's important to remember over here that MP is one of the key states as part of the Hindi belt, and the Hindi heartland has been a very, it's been a major stronghold for the Bharatiya Janata Party, especially in the last two Lok Sabha elections. So a decade worth of stronghold, for the ruling party. Can old guard of the Congress, and other parties break that sort of trend? That is something we will have to watch very closely in MP.
All right, well, Dhamjo, thank you so much for bringing us the latest on this so far. We'll, of course, as I mentioned, continue to track all the developments with you through the course of the day. For latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.